They come out here in the I. They'll begin the drive with Rashad Jennings. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The wide receivers, often a very, very talented group, and that's the case here.
And they don't mind showcasing it either. Those guys love to be flashy, love to make big plays out in the open field. They will attempt to do so in this game.
Let's see what the offense comes with here, 2nd and 8. They run again with Jennings. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. And the play clock's running down. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. And there's a flag on the field. Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. On 3rd and long, it's Manning. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. They do go for it. It's Manning surveying the field. And it is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They go play action here on 1st down. Finding time. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal.
I know that's their first connection in this game, but you and I both know that Julio Jones is without a doubt his quarterback's favorite target.
Oh, yeah, Matt Ryan loves this guy. Who wouldn't?
Yeah, and the reason that he's that is because of his dependability. And quarterbacks have to have that from their receivers, meaning they know where they're going to be when they're running certain routes. They don't break them on them. They don't change them up and do their own freelance stuff and put their quarterbacks in bad situations. Matt Ryan has ultimate trust in Julio Jones.
A first carry for the tailback, Devontae Freeman. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Here's the offense, and we talk about the tight end, Jacob Tamme.
A lot of people thought of him as simply a safety valve receiver. He can be a primary receiver. Jacob Tamme shows better athleticism than what people expect.
Play clock hit 0. Don't know what went wrong there, Charles, but it's going to cost them 5 yards.
Has to be some organization from the sideline. Sometimes when you're trying to decide on what play to send in, the play caller has to move a little bit faster.
Again, it'll be Freeman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll try and run. Freeman. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Well, they're going to try this thing. They're at the 5, 4th and goal. They're going to go for it. We'll see run, probably pass to both in the arsenal.
Let's go. 21.
They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Giants defense able to come up with a goal line stand. And New York set to take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And they're going to get this one up past the 25. 22 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 1st down Giants.
Okay, every now and then, my defensive bias will leak out here. Abysmal play for them. You got them backed up, and you let them out.
And take advantage. And you know who's happy? The punter. Because if he was needed, they gave him a lot of space to work with now.
Yeah, because he would have had a lot to think about, right? Don't step over the back line and give him a safety. Now he's got room if he needed it.
Now it's Jennings. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They come out here in the eye. This is Jennings. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. And here are the defensive starters. In your old position, you get to talk about the secondary.
The best athletes on the field, Brandon.
Debatable.
Well, we'll see how this goes today. I love the way you put my guys down. But you know this. They've got to cover, and they have to tackle. They have a heck of a task in front of them in this game.
Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 12. And the Giants are going to get a 1st down.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, you know, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Well, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost. But this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he stopped immediately there. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
For those who watch the game and want to question the courage of the guys who play on the corner, how about when you see a toss sweep coming your way, yet you still go into the backfield, get past the blockers, and make the tackle? That's big league.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Now Manning. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 24 yards.
I feel like Eli Manning has just gone from downfield bomber to a guy who can complete everything.
He can hit him underneath now, can't he?
Yeah, we just saw that there with that pass completion. The maturity of a veteran taken with the defense will give him.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing I know, defensive coaches love it when they don't have to invite their players to the party. This strong safety, you never have to ask him twice to help in run support. He's going to arrive and in a bad mood.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Manning to throw on 2nd down. That's caught at the 1.
When you're a lockdown corner in the NFL, you're supposed to travel with the #1 receiver. And Josh Norman of Washington, he didn't do that in the first couple of games. Wasn't their defensive strategy. But he did for Odell Beckham Jr. of the Giants.
Yeah, he was on him for 53 of the 61 snaps in that game that Beckham played. But Beckham did still have over 120 yards.
But no touchdowns. There's the success for Josh Norman.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Jarrell Adams taking it in. And the Giants have taken the lead. Well, there was no secret there. They were in goal line formation. They wanted to pound it in on 4th and goal, and they did just that.
And how about the challenge? That's a challenge to the offensive line, which they eagerly accept. I haven't met a lineman yet that doesn't want to run the ball more than throw it because they get to fire out and really smack someone. And, boy, they got it done. I'm sure they were encouraging them on the sideline. Let's go, and let's run the ball as well. And they put it in for 6.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
Brandon, while we have a quick second here, can we talk about the Ravens a little bit?
Sure.
Because they're off to a 3-0 start. Remember the rough season they had last year with all the injuries. And they're getting a lot of those guys back and playing at a really high level. Joe Flacco from his knee injury, Steve Smith Sr. from the Achilles, Terrell Suggs from an Achilles, and it's all coming together early for Baltimore.
Yeah, they always seem to be in the mix. Big win, although it was at Jacksonville, who's now 0-3. Big road win this past week.
Remember, in preseason, Jacksonville was one of those very trendy picks to compete for the playoffs.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Let's go.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Ryan caught on the right side by Jones. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 51 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back.